Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. Is there really anything better than immersing yourself in football all afternoon on a Saturday, and we continue with this one? It's the Florida Gators and the Alabama Crimson Tide. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer here in the booth. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline, and we check in with her right now.
Guys, when I walk out onto the grass here at Saban Field, this is one of the most iconic places in all of college sports. When Bryant-Denny is good, it's one of the most dynamic home field crowds. They are so excited to welcome back their Crimson Tide, and they are really loud early in this pregame. I'll keep you posted on how loud, how crazy, and how frenetic it gets here for the Crimson Tide. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. The Gators will kick off first, and here we go. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Gonna run it. It's Hill. Fighting off the defender. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
He'll run it again. The Tide will get the first down.
Really nice run there. No, listen, modern-day college football, I know it's all about spread offense and throwing the football and going up tempo and scoring quickly, but, man, you think back to Bear Bryant in Alabama, doesn't it always seem like they've always wanted to establish the run game? They have always wanted to be physical. Bear Bryant would have loved this guy in his backfield. With his physical style of running, man, he fits that just perfect.
Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Caught behind the line. It's Rodgers. There he goes. Touchdown, Alabama! Once he got a step, it was all over right to the house.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And he added the extra point. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. He'll pull it down and run.
Tell you what, that read game really slows you down defensively, kind of makes you play responsibility football. And when you get chunks like that on first down as an offense, I would continue to come back to it.
And the Gators with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The run inside. It's Pryor. There's a crease. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a first down. Mr. Two-Bits would be proud. The Gators standing up and hollering for a first down.
How does that cheer go?
Well, first you have to have the yellow shirt and the striped tie and go 2 bits, 4 bits, 6 bits, $1, all for the Gators. Stand up and holler. I don't think that's the way they drew it up. Incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Plenty of work to do here on 2nd and long. And they'll wrestle him to the ground after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on 3rd down from the 43. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Makes the grab at the 10. He's able to pick his way for just a bit, but he'll be stopped at the 18. Good job by the punt team. The Tide ready to roll on offense. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Get some work done there. Pick up a 4 to the 22.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. And now this offense tries to figure out a way to move the chains after the 2nd down misfire. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Escapes the pressure to his right. Serious arm strength on that 3rd down pass, but it's incomplete.
Well, after giving up that touchdown on the opening drive, they had a little bit of a come to Jesus with their defensive coordinator on the sideline. I don't know what he said, but he, I think, just invoked the fear of God into this defense because this 3 and out has been sensational, dominant. This is the way they've got to play moving forward.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. Finding themselves down 7-0. They'd love to get a drive going here. Rush coming in hot, and they got him at the 29.
I love the defensive effort there. They didn't get him right away. They stayed after him. He was scrambling, going backwards. They get the sack on the first play of the drive.
The Gators trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Running inside. It's ball. Could be an alley. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Really nice play call there on 2nd and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up.
Going for the big play. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Gators! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
Well, we know, David, talking to the coaches before the game, they wanted to get this guy involved. Weren't able to do it early, but they saw the matchup, took advantage of his speed, and it's a long touchdown.
Yeah, and sometimes it takes a minute to figure out what the defense is doing, but then now you figure it out, and now you go to your go-to guy. He has all the speed, man. He can win outside. You want to play man-to-man coverage on him? You want to leave him on an island? It's not going to turn out well.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Punts it out of the air. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Single back formation, and he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
Man, and it was just the impact of the hit that dislodged the football from the ball carrier. There was a heat-seeking missile coming in there, and he knocked that thing loose.
Here comes the Gators offense, ready to go on the attack. They tied it with a touchdown the last time they had it, and trying to complement the defense's good work by taking the lead here. Now a timeout was called. Play clock was all the way down to 2. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Great place to start for this offense. Jones to throw. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
And nice job by the defense staying glued to him. Getting him on the ground as soon as he catches the football. Knowing he's a threat. I'm not going to let this guy get out of my sights. Nice job by the D.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Shoots it to the left. And that one's incomplete. We're taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They want to run this quarterback. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
You know, this offensive line, they just got to hold their blocks a little bit longer. This offense likes to run their quarterback on design plays. If you can just give them a little crease, you can take it the distance, but they couldn't get it done there.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He splits the uprights. And with that, they've taken the lead.
Winning the turnover battle is so important, and you got to make these turnovers convert into points. They get the fumble recovery. Yeah, they didn't get a touchdown, but they're still able to get a field goal and put 3 points up on the board.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback may change this route. Keelan Russell unloads to the wideout. With the catch, it's Rodgers. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Big-time playmakers on the outside. Now, look, Alabama's had great receivers. Ozzie Newsome, David Palmer way back in the day. But nowadays, it's sort of part of the DNA for the Crimson Tide.
Man, the run they had for several years was unbelievable with Judy and Ruggs and Cooper and Devontae Smith. Like, we could just keep going on guy after guy after guy that they had that wore that uniform that was a big-time elite playmaker on the outside.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Fires to the big fella. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this 1st down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Takes the easy throw in the flat. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. We've put 1 in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the 2nd. They've got a 1st down here to open the period. Russell. Oh, they're after him. Complete to the right. Brought down just outside the red zone. He moves the chains. It's at the 22.
And, you know, Alabama at the quarterback spot, obviously, you need that great player. When they've had the great player, these teams have been really, really great. The last couple years, man, you've kind of seen the inconsistencies come out at that spot. So finding that next guy, critically important.
It is critically important. I think what's interesting about Alabama at that quarterback spot, too, is a lot of other programs, they reload the position through the portal. But when you think about Alabama, they kind of grow it internally from guys they've recruited who have waited their turn and then finally show up. Ty Simpson was one of those guys. He waited his turn year after year.
Got it! Into the end zone! Touchdown, Crimson Tide!
Defense has to be better on the back end. They knew this offense was going to come out, and they were going to challenge them. They were going to try to push the ball vertically down the field. They've now given up 2 touchdown passes in this game. They have got to shore up their play in the back half.
And the extra point is good, and it's a 4-point lead. They'll decline the penalty here, and the result of the play stands. Fielded in the end zone. It's Mays. Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Running backs on either side of the quarterback. They'll start on the ground with Jaden Ball. Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Right back to him on the ground. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
Well, he got you 2 on first down. He got you 2 on second. 2 won't get it done on third. You're going to have to go somewhere else if you're on offense here and stay on the field.
A veritable Crimson Tide of noise on Saban Field here on third down. Jones wants to throw it. Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
And now it's kind of decision time for this offense. It's been a great start to the football game. Moving the ball down the field, scoring 10 points on the first 2 possessions. Do you want the field goal to still be a 2-possession game? Or do you want to be aggressive here, try to go for it on 4th down, and maybe break this game open early?
Found a little running room on that one. Picked up some nice blocks before he's run out of bounds. The Alabama offense coming onto the field. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
It was a nice job in play calling, too, David, just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
It's 1st and 10. They've moved it to the 41. Throwing Russell. Quick completion on the out route. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
Alabama with a multitude of options on 2nd and short. Gives it on the option. And he had no option on that one. Defense ready for anything, and they stop him right at the line of scrimmage.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Sends it back in motion. Russell from the gun on 3rd down. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Lets it fly. Finds a man on the right. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10.
And that was pretty good initial defense, man. I think they understood what he was trying to do, but that second play, the QB scramble, once he gets outside of the pocket, and then just the feel for the big fella to understand where to get to. They were on the same page and now set up with an awesome situation. 1st and goal for this offense.
On 1st and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. From the red zone, it's Riley. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on 1st and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. They go play action with Russell. Scrambling away. Oh, he got loose. Driving his way all the way down to the 3-yard line.
Man, I love the decision-making right there. Like, drop back to pass, look for your shots. You don't see it, tuck it, get positive yards, makes the next down even easier. That is a great heads-up early down play for this QB.
They keep pushing forward down to the 3, but now it's 3rd and goal. Keelan Russell. Pocket breaking down. And he's run out of bounds just short of the goal line, and they keep him out of the end zone for the moment.
What a 3rd down stop by this defense. 3rd down and goal, no problem. You know that guy. Every time he touches the football, you hold your breath because he's so dynamic at the quarterback spot. They were ready, and they forced the 4th and goal.
This quarterback part of their running game. And he did not make it. The defense standing tall against the run.
And you could tell he trusted himself. He thought he could take off, get that 1st down. Just a little too much speed on that defense. They closed that gap so quick. Didn't let him get to the 1st down marker. Turnover on downs.
As a quarterback, you've got to know in this area of the field, it's tough to throw, right? The windows, they open and close so quickly when you get down to the red zone. What helps you is running the football, but that's tough today because you're going up against one of the top 25 defenses stopping the run.
They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Now facing 2nd and 10 from their own 1, and the defense frothing to keep them bottled up. From his end zone, needs to be careful here. Grabbed behind the line. It's ball. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. That penalty will back them up some more, half the distance to the goal. You want to be physical with the quarterback, but you can't give up those roughing the passer penalties. It's 1st and 10. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Pryor. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Jones to throw. Got a man. It's Singleton. Still running at the 40. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45. The Gators will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Bringing the heat. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
As a defensive guy now, you're always zoomed in on the quarterback. I mean, these guys, whether they're throwing the football or running it, at least they have the football in their hands every time. You know where they're going to be. You focus in. The defense locked and loaded, understand what they were trying to accomplish, doing a good job getting to the quarterback, and then make those physical hits count. Finish those tackles with aggressive hits. Make that quarterback feel you for a whole length of a game.
Finds his big tight end. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down.
And when you start to develop a feel as a tight end that you can feel the zones and the holes, man, you start to become unstoppable. Nice job. QB on the same page, sees his tight end break towards the sidelines, finds the hole in the zone, delivers a strike. Nice completion, nice communication there without saying a word.
Big man has it. It's a first down and more. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays.
How many times do you see receivers catch the ball and dance, and you get so annoyed because you're like, dude, do you see the yellow line? Go and get it. Really nice job by the receiver with the second effort, getting the extra yards and getting the first down.
He can't find his man, and the clock stops with 6 seconds left.
But he didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell incomplete.
Just enough time for one final play in this half. Jones wants to throw it. Looking to the big tight end. Trying to pull his way in. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal. Excellent job using the clock. They get the timeout. 2 ticks remaining, and now they can put up points before going to the locker room. This offense can get a jolt of momentum headed to the locker room if they can take the lead here. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Touchdown, Gators! The offense cashing it in on that drive.
What great execution by this offense. It looked like you were about to go into the half trailing. Now, with this answer, this scoring drive, you got the lead, you got the momentum, taking it into halftime. Nice job by this offense executing that last drive.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point puts them up by a field goal. As the Gators head for the locker room by the watchful eye, that bull Gator head. Let's check in with Kevin Connors at the half.
Guys, welcome into the epicenter of the college football world, our Orlando EA Sports Studios, and a great Week 8. We start with Fresno State taking on the number 10 team, the Arizona Wildcats. And it's the Bulldogs, able to escape with a 3-point victory. Talk about an upset. And this one gets them to 5 wins on the year, which isn't cause for a campus-wide celebration, but it's proof the coaching staff is getting through to this team.
Throws to the wideout.
Here now some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
And it's not sexy, and it's not these long plays all the time. But this QB does such a good job of picking up 4 to 5 and making it where you're always ahead of the sticks and just letting you know, we'll run him. We'll take advantage of this guy's speed, and we're going to make you defend him throughout this football game.
Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Ripping through the defense. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. So the turnover sets up their first drive of this second half, and they'll have an opportunity to take the lead. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. He's going to take off. His defense fully aware that he can run. They stop him after a short gain.
Really nowhere for the quarterback to go that time. I like the idea of letting him try to run with it, but no opportunity to get up the field, so he just kept trying to use the speed going sideways. Defense took everything away, and a good decision by him to save a hit and just get out of bounds.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The run inside. It's Riley. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
They'll try to move the chains on 3rd down from their own 20. Got a little grass. They get him corralled, but he carries it all the way down to the 7-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, it was a pretty dumb decision by the opponent to go for it so deep in their own end, and this offense now is making them pay for that. After getting the ball back on the 3rd play of the drive, they're able to run it, get the first down, and stay on the field.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Snap it to the back. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
1st down and goal, I bet you the percentages are really high for run, and this defense was ready for it. They got to match the physicality right here, right now in this situation.
Motion from the wide receiver. Russell. On target. And they get him, and they'll lose yardage on that completion.
Well, I understand what the quarterback's trying to do. He's trying to get it to his playmaker out there quickly in space, but I don't think he anticipated the linebacker beelining the way he did. It was almost as if the linebacker knew where the QB was going with the football.
From the gun on 3rd down, Keelan Russell. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And it's incomplete as he was trying to finish the drive with a score.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started, in their opponent territory. Now you're at 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. And we've got a deadlock here in the 3rd quarter. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
Throws to the tight end. Finds a man in the middle. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the 1st down.
And that's why the bullet pass is so important. Sometimes these defenses, they don't give you big windows to throw into, and you want to take that chance, but you cannot lob that football down the field and get it in there. Nice use of the bullet pass, my friend.
Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. They'll give it to Ball. Might have a chance. Couldn't ask for much more there. A 1st down, and they're down to the 42.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Ball again. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Jones to throw. Wilson's got it. And the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Great job by the offense. Listen, if the defense is going to sit back in zone, you know what you got to do. Run those crossers across the formation. Those guys that are looking at the quarterback, they're not trying to pick up receivers all the time. Make those precise throws, right in those holes, get those first downs, get those big chunks.
Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25.
And as a defensive guy, man, when you play a QB like this, that will take off and run and has the speed to make you pay, it just limits what you can do. It limits the amount of coverages. It just makes you...
Turning it on! Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
Now the connection takes it to the 11. Well, he made the grab, but the doors closed quickly after that.
And I like this. I want to find my running back, but man, he's got to do a little more damage after the catch. I need a stiff arm.
Snags it and he's open. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. And the Gators are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd and goal. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? You got to move those defensive linemen out of the way. At least create a hole so your running back has a chance.
Nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
And you put together drives, and you got to really get focused when you get down here towards the red zone and execute. But the main thing you have to have, you can't turn the football over. You've got to understand that points are at a premium. We're in the second half of a really...
And down he goes back at the 3. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. This is when winning plays are made, and we start right now in the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Throwing Russell. Zings it complete to the right. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line.
And that is exactly what you want to get accomplished coming out of your own end zone, man. You don't want to hold on that ball too long. Get rid of it. Throw it to your running back. Nice job getting north and south, getting some positive yards, and getting out of the shadow of your own end zone.
Got a man. It's Edwards. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
And that's really the sign of a tight end that's elite. When you start recruiting these guys, man, can you make the first guy miss? That's what makes a tight end go from really, really good to elite. And he does a great job breaking the tackle and then starts chewing up.
Makes the catch and he's free. Oh, what a cut! He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
You know, there used to be a time in college football where tight ends were just possession receivers. You'd throw it to them, and they'd go down right away. Not this guy. That was a short throw. And then he shows you the athleticism once he has the ball in his hands. That's what...
Makes the grab. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They've got the lead here in the 4th. The The defense just lost track of him. There's no other explanation. I've got to assume they knew he was in an eligible position.
Or it was just ridiculously good scheming on the offense, Reese. I mean, just an unbelievable job of getting your guy wide open.
And with that kickoff going out of bounds, they will get great field position to start. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Jones wants to throw it. Here's the pressure. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Ball bounced right to him, and he's on the move.
And those are so frustrating when you're a defense and you swarm to the football and you stick the quarterback and you make him cough it up just to have the other team recover it again and you don't get it. Still a good stick, still a good physical play. Keep hitting that quarterback.
After that sack, they're in a different zip code now. Second and long working here. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. Got a man in the middle. And he's wrestled to the ground. Now facing a third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Here comes the heat. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now. If you're the play caller, certainly if you're the quarterback.
Wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. On fourth down, looking to pass. It's dropped, and oh, what a tough way to end this drive. A bold decision to go for it on fourth down, and one that did not pay off. Hands it off. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32.
Late in football games, I have a plan. I want to run the football. I want to put my quarterback in great situations if I do throw it. Low risk, keep that clock moving, get a few first downs. And if I get a few first downs with that clock moving, I get the W and get out of here.
Inside the 25, they'll snap it from the 24. First down. They'll run it, trying to drain time off the clock. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up second and 10.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Across the 10. He rolls all the way down to the 5-yard line before they finally get him stopped. And this defense has to step forward. Not only do they have to get a stop, they've got to do it quickly to keep that time from running down. They'll use the running game on first and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Bama! They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
And, man, a lot of times late in games, you see offenses, they get very conservative, very predictable, and then they leave it in the hands of their defense. I like this execution, man. The offense continues to do what they do, and they take the 2-score lead in the fourth quarter, everything going in their direction.
Has the ball back, and here comes the offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating because
he's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them.
It doesn't get any better for your defense. You know exactly the situation in the fourth quarter, everything in your favor. Don't let them make big plays. How about you make a big play? Nice job getting the interception. It's not icing on the cake yet. It's getting pretty close.
Brought down at the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 6.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Clock is stopped. Florida has called a timeout at second. And they'll still have one timeout left at their disposal. The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on second and short.
This is a pretty easy situation for the offense right here, guys. We need one play. We need one run up front. O-line, we need you to come through for us and ice this game. They do a great job allowing that back to pick up the first.
Yeah, it's just physicality up front. The big boys creating some space because the defense knew what was going on. They have to get a stop here or this football game is over. A lot of guys near the line of scrimmage. They can't get it done, and it is over.
Behind the chains now on second and long. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee. A lot of ground to cover here on fourth down. They won the game today. That's 2 in a row. If they win the next one, it's called a winning streak. It's been done before.
And we're seeing the idea.